got the vehicle almost all the way lifted, I want you to hear the sound of the locks. Vehicle's all the way up now. It's just above the locks. And also, if you were putting it up, you can hear the motor actually start to whine. And that tells you that the vehicle is all the way up as far as it can get, and you're starting to strain the motor. That's a good time to stop. So it's at its highest point right now. The locks are automatically engaged. I'm going to lower the vehicle onto its locks. And now it's on its locks. It's fully safe to walk under and then work on. It needs to be down on the locks anytime the vehicle is up in the air being worked on. I'm going to show you some lift points here. On the side of every hoist, there are these safety instructions and operating instructions. So if you forget, you can always watch this video or look at the placards here on the side. So it shows you conventional lift controls. It also shows you typical wheel spotting positions as to where to put the front tire in relationship to the plate on the ground. So if you look, there's the plate, and when I pulled it in, the plate is directly in line with the tire. So that would be this one here. A typical wheelbase front-wheel drive is going to be right in the middle of that. If you have a shorter car, it's going to be a little bit behind it, and then rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, the larger vehicles, trucks, big SUVs, you're going to have in front of there. There's also some typical lift points here, as a perimeter frame, pickup truck, unibody, and a stub frame. And then also on the reservoir here, there's the same picture and descriptions of the different types of frames as in your task. So we'll go underneath it here. This is a car and it's a unibody. And I chose the inside subframe rails. So right there is a subframe rail. And that is part of the vehicle. Like, you can't take the body of the vehicle off that. It is stuck to that. And if you notice, I put this one in the same spot, side to side. So those two are identical side to side. That ensures that the vehicle is very level and very symmetrically raised. Going to the back here, I didn't have a good spot to put this because of what's available back here, so I chose the pinch weld. This is a very good spot on this vehicle to put it. Depending on how old the vehicle is and the condition of it, this can rust very, very easily, and so you have to be careful about putting it on that. This could very easily squish underneath this, and then this part of the hoist back here would end up running into the side skirt of the body. You don't want to do any damage to that. And the same thing over here, put it on the pinch weld, and then if I were to go over on this side of the vehicle, you can see that those two arms, those two lift points are identical side to side of the rear. You want a nice symmetrical layout. So another key feature of this being a subframe is that the body is not attached to this front suspension piece here, this subframe, which that actually holds the whole engine and front suspension in. So you can see that would become disconnected from the vehicle, but it still doesn't disconnect body from frame. So this is still a unibody vehicle. It's all one.